Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me for this week's Weekly Wisdom as we continue in talent development. How do you retain and develop your employees? So what we're going to talk about this week is a superpower that I didn't know existed, recently heard about it. It's phenomenal, and it's a good tool for you, but it's also a good tool to let your employees know that you're listening and you care about them. And that tool is that whenever they come to you and they ask you for something, if you're not quite sure how you're going to say yes or if you should say yes, tell them. Say, help me get to yes. What do we need to happen to get to yes? Many times when our employees come in and they're asking us for stuff, we're busy and we're looking at it as it's one more thing that we have to do, one more thing that has to go on the to-do list. And so when they ask us, our almost immediate answer is no. What, instead of saying no, if you said, help me get to yes, what would this look like? Put it back on them to do the work that needs to get done instead of you having to figure it out. This does a few things. The first thing is it takes the weight of you having to figure these things out off of you and puts it onto your employee. The second thing is it develops your employee because they have to start looking at the business acumen, and whether we like it or not, workplace politics are a thing. Learning how to influence and navigate those relationships and what that looks like. And it also allows you to stretch them to a next level. And then third and finally, what it does is it helps build the relationship and the trust between you and your employee. Because you're not saying no, you're not shooting it down, you're just trying to figure out what is it going to look like. Next time your employee is asking for something, use the phrase, help me get to yes. What do we need to do to make that happen? And then guide them through what that looks like. Because the first time it's going to be a little bit awkward. But you know what you need to get to a yes if it were to take place. Use a phrase. See what happens. And then come back and let me know how it went. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Weekly Wisdom. Have an amazing week. And I'll see you next week. Don't forget, you got this.